an American version of Hogwarts, tripping balls, and the return of our favorite pumpkin monster. This and more in today's episode of Rue's Tour of the Secret World. Let's go! After taking a closer look at Nathaniel Winter in last week's episode,
You fucking parasite.
we will take a look at the remaining NPCs in the Savage Coast. The Savage Coast is the second major area in the Secret World, and houses a variety of NPCs and interesting locations. I want to start with one of the biggest landmarks in the Savage Coast, the Innsmouth Academy. Founded in 1798 by the Illuminati, Innsmouth Academy quickly grew to be one of the biggest and most renowned schools for Secret Worlders. It's like Hogwarts, just with more ghosts and creepy things to kill the students. 3 NPCs are holed up in the overrun school. Annabelle Usher, a Templar and teacher for occultism.
My kind weren't popular in these parts 300 years ago.
What do you mean, Scottish women?
Witches?
Oh. Awkward! Hayden Montauk, the socially awkward and creepy headmaster of the school.
Callimetry is brutish puppet work and recollects my days of medical practice. They were curtailed.
Not to forget that he killed his family with a death curse as a kid. And last but not least, Carter, the only remaining student in Innsmouth. Why does her name sound familiar?
Worst prom night ever.
And between you and me, I think she's kinda cute. And only 16.
You ask her if she's horny.
What's wrong with that?
You ask if she does anal.
It's a question.
I personally like the dynamic between the characters, and Hayden's unintentional social awkwardness cracked me up more than once.
Less painful than making a pentacle from your entrails.
You remembered the very book of curses. Truly a model student.
Also, the game gives Carter the backstory of being overpowered and dangerous if her abilities aren't kept in check. This kinda comes out of nowhere, and sadly, besides a short outburst in the quest Carter Unleashed, the game doesn't really touch on it again. Now that's what I call some hot action. The trial offers a total of 8 missions, so let's take a look at the missions that stood out to me the most. Well, most of the quests require you to roam around the school's facility to kill familiars, weird animated flesh puppets. 2 of them stick out to me. Annabelle Usher's The Strange Boathouse in the Mist has you investigating the disappearance of the school's staff. During this quest you will run into more spooky scarecrows, the school's staff turned into undead, and even 2 revenants. Willard. Freaking Willard, man. And there's also Hayden Montauk's To Serve with Love. To break earlier mentioned death curves, we confront the side-wielding, practically immortal Wraith. The quest itself can feel repetitive really fast, but the Wraith's character design makes up for it. You should also keep your eyes open while roaming through the school. A wand generator. Like a magical wand? Because the school is like Hogwarts? Sometimes it's the little things. Mathematics. Get it, because math is weird and hard to understand. Like magic. Jokes. I like them. Let's move on to the next prominent site in the Savage Coast. The lighthouse located at the southeast coastline. Not only can you watch zombies and dogs duking it out here, you also have the opportunity to have a meet and greet with famous horror novelist Sam Creek.
You take one for the team. You bend over and spread your legs and let the darkness inside.
Mr. Creek, who got stuck in the lighthouse after the fog rolled into Kingsmouth, decided to stay behind and work on his next novel. And to be honest, calling him a misanthrope doesn't really fit.
But I write for a living. I make millions repeating myself. You're just like every single character I've ever written. Fucked from page 1. Nobody could ever accuse me of empathy, of genuinely caring for people. In fact, they'd probably say that Sam Krieg is a cold son of a bitch.
Yeah, that, and asshole works too. At least he's a good shot.
Oh, man, son!
Okay, that would be more impressive if the zombies in the game weren't that stupid. Worth to mention is the way his missions unfold. You think you're just going to embark on another kill that many enemies mission, until you stumble upon one of Krieg's books, predicting the future. For example, after reading a portion of the book Marked, where the main character has to fight off an onslaught of evil scarecrows, the exact same thing happens to you. Now that's some straight up Stephen King stuff. Hang on. Okay, that one was pretty obvious. Let's carry on. So far we visited Innsmouth Academy, the old lighthouse, and hung out at Atlantic Island Park. To take a little break, let's head to the little residential area, pretty much in the center of the Savage Coast. Here we meet a familiar face, John Wolfe. You may remember him from our last Daily Quest video. The Native American hunter of the supernatural does not only offer us missions, but useful bits of Zen philosophy.
Heaven and hell are both in the hearts of men, but water too pure has no fish. Human life is like the dew of morning. The body of man is like a flicker of lightning existing only to return to nothingness. Nothing will grow if the seed be not sown. I see us as gardeners of the mind.
Gardener, right. Now I really want to know what's in that pipe. It's actually nice to have a previously met character return. It makes the character feel more important to the story instead for showing up out of nowhere and disappearing forever. The part that bothers me a little bit is that his cutscenes and dialogue don't reveal much backstory.
Club I was part of didn't fight monsters or practice magic. But we did practice other things that long, hot summer.
Haha, he's totally talking about fucking. John's missions give you an opportunity to scout the area and offer a lot of backstory to the Savage Coast and Kingsmouth itself. You'll investigate the League of Monster Slayers treehouse and go through the initiation ritual to join the League itself. You also run into the Akarb for the first time, vicious giant insects that can not only knock you off your ass and be a giant pain in that, they also stop at nothing, and I mean nothing, to make sure you stop breathing.
Surprise, motherfucker!
In taking the purple, you have to travel back to Atlantic Island Park and infiltrate a Phoenician hideout. But this quest involves security cameras, so I refuse to talk about it. I hate security cameras. And it saw me. God freaking damn it! Yay! But the mission explains the Phoenicians' interest in the theme park. And now that I'm writing the script, I realize that I should have started with John's storyline before reviewing Nicholas Winter's quest chain. Oops. Oh, and do you remember Jack-O-Lantern? He's back too and demands to have his ass beaten in a game of hide and seek. As you can tell, John's missions don't have an overarching theme like most other NPCs have, but I'm glad they ditched that to let you learn more about the Savage Coast and its inhabitants. Without it, you would have never known that the people of Kingsmouth straight up burned a woman for being a witch. Ah, the famous Maine hospitality. John Wolfe's missions are a great starting point for players that just arrived at the area. Yep. I totally should have started with this segment. Let's carry on. Our last stop on this tour through the Savage Coast is Rat's Bait and Tackle. The small store close to the border to Blue Mountain is the sanctuary of a small Native American family. Ami, another secret worlder, the daughter Kyra, and Ami's uncle, the metaphor-loving Rat.
No, kiddo, the thing about fishing.
Oh good, a metaphor. You might want to, once in a while, you know, just say what you want to say.
You can't teach an old dog new tricks.
A metaphor about why he speaks in metaphors. Nice.
Wait, his name is Rat? They named the Native American Rat?
Hi there, I'm Red, your uncle.
He calls himself that? That's like me calling myself Whitey McNerdface. But I'm getting sidetracked again, sorry. Ami's family actually belongs to the local Wabanaki tribe. But after a tragic event that involved Ami's father and the founder of the Franklin's Mining Corporation, Edward Franklin, the family fell out with the tribe and moved into exile. We also learned that the Wabanaki tribe thought of an invasion thousands of years ago and since then became the guardians of Solomon Island. Yep, they're doing a bang-up job. This actually plays into the events of the next area, so I won't give away too much information. I guess you'll just have to wait until we reach the Blue Mountain. So let's focus on the stuff I can tell you now. How about the mission that lets you impale corpses on a spike? Now that's freaking metal. I am the table! What about the one that lets you talk to crows? Yes, crows. But my personal favorite has to be Breakfast of Champions. There's nothing wrong with picking up random mushrooms and going on a psychedelic killing spree. Yay, drugs! The family storyline can stand on its own, but also works as a good transition to the Blue Mountain area. I enjoyed my little stay with the family. Let it either be Rat's metaphors.
Besides, you can't tell when the Joker's going to show up.
I thought we were playing chess.
Kiddo, when you get to be my age, you're allowed to mix metaphors.
Or the banter between Ami and her daughter.
So will you please do the dishes? Fine. Fine! If the monsters eat us, at least they'll be using clean plates.
But now that I see this cutscene again, it can't be just me, but something seems to be wrong with Kairo's face. Ah! Call Arnold! Do it! Do it now! So let's resume our adventure in the Savage Coast. First of all, some of you may not know this, but Funcom is actually rewarding players for playing every single quest in an area. As you get an honorary townie cap in Kingsmouth Town, you receive an Innsmouth Academy sweater in the Savage Coast. Now I can look like my new BFF! I enjoyed my interactions with the characters. All of them managed to convey their own personality and make you care for them. Except for Sam Creed and Nicholas Winterlady.
You fucking parasite.
Roaming the abandoned theme park, fighting my way through Blackwood Go to become a member of the League of Monster Slayers, stalking the overrun corridors of Innsmouth Academy, or even scavenging the Overlook Motel's hellscape was a lot of fun, and every location manages to sell its own atmosphere. On the other hand though, I would have wished for a bigger variety in mission types. Funcom manages to wrap ordinary killing quests into an interesting story and gameplay, but at the end of the day, they're just kill quests. 2 or 3 more investigation or sabotage missions would have made it perfect. But you gotta love the attention they put into the Savage Coast. The lighthouse beam can be seen from every location, there are scripts and ladders scattered around. Now that's a radical vampire. I am the table! They even made a fan blog for Sam Creek, even if he doesn't deserve it though.
Son of a bitch.
And this concludes our little tour of the Savage Coast. I hope you had fun. Next time we will head to the Blue Mountain and face off with Belmont again. If you want to get more details on the quests in the Secret World, check out my music stream series. And if you enjoyed this video, let me know by hitting the like button as hard as you can. And remember, I'll see you in the Secret World.